Welcome to Down to Business with V, a show dedicated to bringing you actionable information to help protect you, your families, your businesses, and the community. I'm your host V, and today we're discussing cryptocurrency and its impact on payments. We've called in a fintech expert from a cryptocurrency payment processing platform to give you insight on the topic. And as always, we'll tell you what to do if you're a victim of fraud. Let's get down to business.
From Atlanta, Georgia, to becoming a United States Marine, to Washington, D.C., and every place in between, everybody calls me V. My goal is to bring you resources, education, and knowledge from sources you can trust that informs and protects to safeguard our families, our businesses, and the community. Now let's get down to business.
Welcome to Down to Business with V, a show dedicated to bringing you actionable information to help protect you, your families, your businesses, and the community. I'm your host V, and today we're discussing cryptocurrency and its impact on payments. I have in the studio with me today fintech expert Merrick Theobald, Vice President of Marketing for BitPay. Merrick has more than 25 years of experience in the fintech industry. Currently, he's serving as the Vice President of Marketing for BitPay. BitPay builds powerful enterprise-grade tools for crypto acceptance, payouts, and spending. Prior to BitPay, Merrick held marketing leadership roles in Bilmo, iSend, and CheckFree Fiserv. He resides in North Atlanta. Welcome, Merrick.
Thank you, V. Thank you for such a warm welcome. I appreciate being here.
Certainly. Thank you for being here as well. We are excited to have you. So, Merrick, we started these discussions several months back. We did a couple of conferences together. And when I tell you the information that you brought to those audiences was extraordinarily impactful, and I had to have you on the show. So we're going to dive right in for the sake of time, and I'd like you to share with our audience, those that might not know, might not be aware, what cryptocurrency is. Share with them what cryptocurrency actually is.
Absolutely. And I think I like to keep things simple, so I'm going to keep this very simple. But digital cryptocurrency is a decentralized digital currency that is secured by cryptography on something called the blockchain. So that's a lot to digest, but if we break it down, what is decentralized? That means there's no bank, there's no government. What does cryptography mean? That means there is a complex mathematical equation that has to be answered to keep it secure. And then the blockchain is a public ledger or database that resides on the internet. So the first cryptocurrency and the most popular and most valuable is Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency, but there are other cryptocurrencies out there. So if you keep it simple, it's a decentralized, no bank, non-government digital currency secured by a mathematical equation that's on the internet. That's what cryptocurrency is. And Bitcoin is the most popular and first cryptocurrency.
Yes. And you mentioned that that's a lot to digest. I think you made it pretty simple, but the components of the cryptocurrency space, I think, are each very intricate, and of course our viewers can go and do a little more research, but I think you made that explanation extraordinarily plain in something that will be a starting point for people that are interested in endeavoring into the digital asset market. And Merrick, as we were talking in our pre-interview, I love that you said you like the idea of educating the audiences. So, and that's part of what this show is about. So we're excited about that. BitPay is a leader in the cryptocurrency industry. We love what you guys are doing. I am extraordinarily excited about it. Tell us how, as a leader in fintech, and you as an expert in fintech, tell us how cryptocurrency is being used to make payments. Just a broad overview, because we're going to delve a little more in depth as the show goes on. But let's talk about how cryptocurrency is being used to make payments and what our audience can expect in that regard.
Right, absolutely. So BitPay was founded in 2011. So that is in the blockchain world, that's many, many years ago. So and the one thing that our founders recognized that was Bitcoin was a great way to transact online, but it had no utility. No one was accepting Bitcoin. You couldn't take it anywhere and buy anything with it. So that's why they started BitPay. So we have long-standing relationships with some brands in the United States and around the world where you can use your Bitcoin or today other cryptocurrencies to buy something or to pay for something. Microsoft, you can add money to your Microsoft account. Camping World, you can go buy a camper with Bitcoin. So leading brands all over the United States and around the world are accepting cryptocurrency today because they recognize the benefits of cryptocurrency and the wealth of cryptocurrency. Currently, it's about $1 trillion, the total market cap for cryptocurrency. At its peak, Bitcoin was $1 trillion by itself, and all cryptocurrency was closer to $2.5 trillion. So, but yeah, so that's what it is. We're allowing businesses to accept cryptocurrency as a form of payment, but they don't have to touch it, store it, buy it, handle it, do anything with the cryptocurrency. That's what we are there for.
That's amazing, and it makes it so easy. That was my fascination with BitPay and what you guys do, is that it makes it so easy. And the other thing that was exciting for me is that a lot of times people think of these technologies and cryptocurrency as something that's a future. It's something that's coming. It's something that will take off. And what they might not be aware of is that this has already taken off. Just on your website, there were over 250 merchants listed, and they're the everyday merchants that we go to during the week and every weekend. Home Depot, Lowe's, Chipotle, companies like that, where Burger King, where we're visiting and frequenting, every day for our everyday lives. So it's not coming, it's already here, and I love that part of the discussion. Can you add a little bit to that?
Yeah, absolutely. So there are many companies that accept cryptocurrency directly. And we have relationships with a lot of those companies, probably most of those companies, because we were the first crypto payment processor around. There are other companies that are accepting cryptocurrency and they don't understand or even aware that they're accepting it because they're doing it through a gift card or they're doing it through a prepaid MasterCard or Visa. But people are using their cryptocurrency to buy the gift card to shop, or people are using their cryptocurrency to fund the prepaid MasterCard or Visa to shop. But our preferred method and where merchants really get the benefit is if they have that direct relationship with a crypto payment processor like BitPay.
Yeah, and I think it's extraordinary. We looked at quite a few of the benefits that, being able to either use crypto as efficiently as your organization makes it, and then being able to accept it. We're going to talk more about that when we come back, how that impacts businesses and how easy it's been made for businesses to accept payments. Tell us a little more about the process of the debit cards. I find that fascinating too. How does that work?
Right, absolutely. So what we uncovered early on is that not every merchant accepts cryptocurrency. And in order to make it mainstream, you do have to have every merchant accepting cryptocurrency so that consumers will buy Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies and then use it to transact. So until every merchant offers it like they do today with Visa, MasterCard, American Express, and Discover, we had to come up with another approach. And what a lot of companies are doing, including BitPay, is we have our own prepaid MasterCard. So there's two ways that you can do it. One way is every time that prepaid MasterCard is swiped, at that moment, the cryptocurrency is exchanged into US dollars and then used. So it stays as a cryptocurrency on the card until it's used. The other way, which BitPay is the way BitPay does it, is you move cryptocurrency to the card. And once cryptocurrency is moved to the card, it is now in US dollars. So it's one transaction because you do have to self-report if you have any gains on your cryptocurrency. So instead of reporting for every coffee that you swipe, you move $500 over to your prepaid card or move $1,000 over. And that's only one time that you have to do the reporting if you have to report a gain. So that's how it's held. And then anywhere that a MasterCard or Visa is accepted, you could use your cryptocurrency at that point.
That's amazing. That, that makes the barrier to entry, first of all, the barrier to entry, I think you've kind of made that very low to get into the cryptocurrency market. But then to actually be able to use it in a way that's meaningful in our everyday lives, that also is extraordinary. It takes away some of the, we have, speculation with the digital currencies as it is, but you take away the questions about how will I use it? Where can I use it? How realistic is it for me to hold this asset and be able to transact with it? I think that like what you've done is extraordinarily amazing. Merrick, I was on the site and I looked around and getting a cryptocurrency through your organization seemed pretty easy. Walk us through the steps for someone who's fresh off the streets, might be wanting to enter the crypto market, or maybe have some crypto here or there in another wallet. Talk to us about how simple that process is to get cryptocurrency and then begin transacting.
So if you're looking from a consumer perspective, it's very easy to get cryptocurrency. So first thing that you have to do is have a digital crypto wallet. So you need to go find a company that you feel safe and secure with. There are many out there, but get a digital crypto wallet. And then you have to buy the cryptocurrency. Most often that's through a crypto exchange. Like there's a stock exchange, there are crypto exchanges. So stock exchanges sell stock, crypto exchanges sell crypto. So you buy the crypto from that exchange. And sometimes the exchanges also have their own wallets, and that's your choice if you want to do that. But you don't have to have a wallet from an exchange to buy. You just have to connect the two, and then your money will be in your wallet. If you have the BitPay app and we have our own wallet, you can buy cryptocurrency in our app, and we work with partners to provide different rates for the cryptocurrency. So we're not actually selling the cryptocurrency. We work with different partners that are selling the cryptocurrency. And because we work with multiple partners, you get to choose what rate is better. And they all charge different rates, and the foreign exchange rate is different. So you have to be careful when you buy your cryptocurrency.
Yeah, I think you guys have made it like amazingly easy, extraordinarily easy. When I say I was fascinated by how easy it is, like it's extraordinary. So when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about cryptocurrency, its impact on payments, and how our fintech expert Merrick Theobald and BitPay are making this possible for everyday consumers. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Down to Business with V. I'm your host, V, and today we're discussing cryptocurrency and its impact on payments. I have in the studio with me today fintech expert Merrick Theobald, Vice President of Marketing at BitPay. Welcome again, Merrick.
Thank you again for having me.
Absolutely. Merrick, for those that are just tuning in and might have missed the loaded, packed first segment that we did, can you share again and just do a recap on what cryptocurrency is and how it's impacting payments currently in our economy?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll try to keep it simple. But cryptocurrency is a decentralized digital currency that is authenticated or secured by cryptography on something called the blockchain. Again, a bunch of words that I just threw out there, but decentralized means there's no bank involvement, there's no government involvement. Digital currency means it's a virtual currency. The security of it, cryptography, is just an extreme version of a mathematical equation that needs to be solved in order to keep it secure and authenticated. And then the blockchain, think of it as a public ledger, kind of like an Excel spreadsheet that is online where everybody in the world can see. It's fully transparent. You can see every single transaction that has happened in the history of the Bitcoin blockchain. And Bitcoin is the first and probably most popular. So we've been around since 2011, BitPay, and we have been working with companies and merchants all over the world so they can accept Bitcoin as a form of payment, and they continue to receive US dollar or a fiat as their settlement option. So we work with leading companies like AT&T using BitPay and Bitcoin or another cryptocurrency Microsoft, the Dallas Mavericks. You can go buy your gear for the Dallas Mavericks. So a lot of name brands, both in the United States and around the world, use BitPay or accept cryptocurrency through another crypto payment processor.
That's pretty awesome. And again, that's one of the things I'm so impressed with BitPay. You made it so simple to do everyday transactions. Like the everyday consumer can go and make a purchase and not think twice about how that's going to happen. Now, for those that didn't see that first segment, we talked about those payment options. You mentioned debit cards and other options. Talk to our audience a little more about what those are.
So cryptocurrency isn't really useful unless there's a utility aspect to it. So if you just own cryptocurrency and you can't do anything with it, there's not much value to it. So making it a utility was important to the founders of our company. But we recognize not all companies and merchants accept cryptocurrency today. So until we get to that level, we had to have another option. And so the other option is we have our own prepaid MasterCard. There are prepaid Visa cards out there where you take your cryptocurrency and then move it to your prepaid MasterCard so you can use your MasterCard anywhere MasterCard is accepted. So they don't have to accept cryptocurrency directly. You can still buy products or services from that company or that merchant using your cryptocurrency.
Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome option. Merrick, now we have to talk about this. I saw an article and I'm thinking, I know that guy and I know that company. It was an article about BitPay and how BitPay had made it possible for a major super yacht, mega yacht maker to accept transactions with cryptocurrency. So if I wanted to go and buy my mega yacht, super yacht, BitPay made it possible. Tell us about that deal. I find that amazing.
Well, I think you're referring to Campers and Nicholson,
Yes.
which is a well-known international yacht company. Yeah, we have a relationship with them as we have with many other yacht dealers and yacht brokers around the world. So luxury items is an area where we have always excelled. So people have been using their gains from Bitcoin because right now it's at $20,000. But you have to remember, it used to be at 10 cents, $10, $100, $1,000. So they have used the gains from their Bitcoin to buy luxury items, which include luxury yachts. We have helped with the sale of luxury yachts, accepting the payment in Bitcoin before, as well as we have done luxury properties, luxury autos, luxury jewelry, gold and precious metals. So there is a lot of interest in spending the gains of Bitcoin on luxury items when they do have those gains.
Yeah, it's exciting. I can tell you, I've followed the yachting industry for many, many, many years. And Camper Nicholson is one of the organizations that I follow closely. So to see that article and then to see BitPay and Merrick quoted there, it was awesome. I thought, wow, this is like extraordinarily spectacular. So kudos to BitPay for making that possible.
Great, thanks. Yes,
Yeah.
We're excited about that.
Yeah, as am I. As am I. Well, Merrick, we wanted to go a little more into detail about how businesses can now accept crypto payments, which I thought was also like an extraordinary opportunity, especially as small businesses. And small businesses is any business that's less than 500 people. To enter the market and be able to accept a cryptocurrency payment is something that we might want to do, but might not know how. Tell us how BitPay makes that happen.
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the big things that we have to do is we mentioned education, and we have to educate. So there's a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt around cryptocurrency. When you work with us, you're not touching the cryptocurrency. You don't have to get a crypto wallet. You don't have to hold it. You don't have to buy it. There's no price volatility because we manage all of that. The benefits are that there's a 1% fee versus higher rates for traditional payment methods. You can get settlement the next business day. So 1% fee, settlement next business day. The best benefit that I believe is the no fraud chargebacks. So someone can't buy something from you and then complain to the credit card company later that they didn't receive it. When in fact they probably did receive it, or it wasn't in the condition when in fact it was probably in the right condition, and then dispute that, and it goes back and forth, and you're going to lose money either way. You can't do that with a crypto payment because it's a push transaction. That means the owner of the cryptocurrency actually has to approve the purchase before the payment is taken. So, but we make it easy because we have e-commerce solutions. So if you have an e-commerce website, we have different plugins that we work with. If you're with Shopify, you can hook us up. If you're with BigCommerce, you can hook us up. We work with all the different code libraries out there. So if you need something a little more custom, you can use one of the codes out there. We're an open source company, so all of our code is out there and online, and you can use it to create your best experience that you need possible. And then we also have no integration options. So if you want to accept it, but you don't want to go through any of that integration effort or development, we have what we call an email billing. So you just give us the email address of the person, you enter what you want to collect in US dollar, and then we send an invoice to that person, and they're going to pay us in cryptocurrency, and you're going to receive US dollar minus our 1% fee. So we make it very easy for anyone to accept it.
Merrick, I can tell you, as a business owner and a small business owner, to have a solution like that makes it that easy to receive a payment, and then to be able to integrate with other e-commerce solutions, that's amazing. That's amazing. Like, yeah. I can't even say it enough. That's amazing.
And you mentioned it earlier too, that, this isn't new. It's been around. Actually, Bitcoin first started, and the white paper came out in 2008. Shortly after, in 2009, the first transaction was done. So it's been around. We've been around since 2011. So it's not new. It's been around, but now it's more mainstream, and it's gaining more popularity with the rise in the price of Bitcoin. So it's going to be around. So you might as well participate now and take advantage of all that it has to offer. So my suggestion is jump in, start accepting Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. There's really no reason why not, because BitPay, we removed all the fear, uncertainty, and doubt.
Yeah, and I love how you said that you guys manage the volatility, which I also thought was a spectacular kind of concept, that all the volatility that we saw in the markets back in June of 2022, your customer base did not have that. BitPay was managing
Correct.
That for them. That's amazing.
Yes,
wow.
and that's what we feel, that most companies don't want to deal with cryptocurrency, and don't, especially because of the volatility.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever the price does, if the price goes up, that's great for BitPay. Reverse that. If the price goes up, that's not great for BitPay, because we might lose money, but we'll hold on to it. But if the price goes down, then it's fine. But you're always going to receive the same amount in US dollars that you expected to receive. So if something costs $1,000, it doesn't matter what the price of Bitcoin does, if it goes up or if it goes down, you're still going to receive $1,000 minus our 1% fee.
Right. And if I'm correct, you accept Bitcoin and other currencies. Is that correct?
We accept Bitcoin and 14 other cryptocurrencies. So, and some of them are what we call stable coins. So there is no volatility in a stable coin, because they are pegged to the US dollar or to the euro. So USDC is a stable coin. It's always going to be around $1. It's not going to jump up to $2 or $5 and have that volatility like Bitcoin, but it's also not going to drop down to 50 cents or quarter. It's always going to be about $1. So we have traditional cryptocurrencies, and then we also work with some stable coins too.
Yeah, pretty amazing. Merrick, I have to say that, we sat on a couple of panels and talked about things like this. It's extraordinary what BitPay has done and how you are making it easy for everyday consumers and businesses to make these transactions happen. In the last 2 minutes that we have in the show, I have to say, our show is fraud focused, and I'd like for you to talk a little bit about how consumers can avoid fraud if they have cryptocurrency accounts, and what they can do to protect themselves.
Right. So if we're talking about the end consumer again, you really want to do your due diligence and educate yourself on that. Anybody that you partner with, you want to make sure that they are legitimate, that they have a business license. I assume most of your viewers live in the United States, that the companies also have a business license and are able to operate in the United States. I would prefer, be honestly, if they had an office or a headquarters in the United States. So that's the first thing that I would look for. But there are many cryptocurrency wallets out there. There are many crypto exchanges out there. So do your due diligence and make sure that you're interacting with the right one. Same thing with a crypto payment processor like BitPay. We're not the only ones. We have others out there. There are competitors, but you want to make sure that you're asking the right questions if you want to accept cryptocurrency. Where are they based? How long have they been in business? How fast can you receive your funds? How much in funding do they have so that you know you're going to get your funds? Questions like that, so that you can feel comfortable and know that you asked the right questions.
Very, very insightful and smart guidance. Fintech expert, Merrick Theobald, Vice President of BitPay, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
I'd like to thank our guest today, Fintech expert and Vice President of Marketing for BitPay, Merrick Theobald. We certainly do appreciate you and sharing your insights today. If you or someone you know has been a victim of a data breach, account compromise, or any other type of cybercrime, be sure to contact your local police department or the FBI at ic3.gov. Also, be sure to visit our sponsors, Vicar Group LLC, business consultants for Generation U. We certainly do appreciate you for tuning in today. If you'd like to be a guest on the show or a sponsor of the show, or if you have show ideas, be sure to visit us at info@dtbwithv.com. I'd like to thank you for watching, as well as our crew today. Hannah, Peter, Eric, Stephen, Suzanne, and Doug, thank you for all that you do every week to make this show possible. We certainly do appreciate you. This is Down to Business with V. I'm your host, V, and we'll see you next time.